Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we are back on the Hermitcraft server. It is another one of those mini episodes, and I promise, this time it is actually going to be a mini episode. I know in the previous one, we said, oh, it's going to be mini, and then it ended up being 35 minutes long, which is probably longer than any of my other Hermitcraft episodes, which is a little bit strange, but this time it is actually going to be a mini episode, and I've got a bunch of really cool things planned, but before we begin, I just want to say that I have been doing some live streaming recently. Yeah, I have been doing live streaming on Twitch, and it has been extremely successful. Everyone seems to really enjoy it, and also I have begun accepting donations again because I'm saving up for new equipment, and people are just incredibly generous on the internet. I was not expecting it in the slightest. So before we begin, I just want to say a massive thank you to Short Stuff LP, because not only has he donated a bunch in the streams, but he has also donated a bunch in the past. About 2 years ago, he donated £120, and that's when my PayPal got banned, so I never got to see the donation. I never got to see who it was from. I got the money, but I never saw who it was from or the message that came with it. So there we go. It's a very late thank you to you, and also thank you for your recent generosity, because you're probably up to about £400 now. It's mad. I've never seen anything like it. But anyway, back down to earth and back down to the Hermitcraft server. What we're going to be working on today is we're going to be working on the tunnel that connects up this area up to the farming room. So if I head over here and pick myself up a redstone torch, it doesn't look like I've actually got any of the stuff with me, but what we need a redstone torch so that we can open this up, which is a little bit of a shame. Maybe I should put one in a chest over there so that we're ready and prepared to do it at any time. But if we just plonk down this over here, we will see that the 3x3 door opens up, and we will be able to head through the corridor, and this is what needs decorating, because, well, it's not particularly pretty, is it? So we're going to have to do some work on this one. What I'm going to do now is hop into a redstone testing world, and I'm going to try and come up with a design. In front of you, you can see my proposed tunnel design. This is what I'm going to be going for, most likely, and I'd say it looks pretty good. I'm actually quite happy with it. I mean, it's got a nice little bit of detail. We've got the torch holders here, and we have some jungle leaves. Obviously, what you have to remember is that because I'm currently in the redstone testing world, which is a big, flat sandstone area, it considers itself a desert, and that means that everything looks a little bit dead. Whereas I actually have the Hermitcraft base in a jungle, which means it's going to look really, really bright, vibrant, and I'm sure it is going to look really, really cool. So I'm excited to build this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to hop back onto the Hermitcraft server, and we will start clearing out the area and begin building the tunnel. I'm just on my way back from New Hermiton. I was just over there taking a look at a few of the things, and I've also built a little element of the tunnel, so when we get back over to my base, we'll take a look at that one. But I've realised that at the beginning of this video, I actually mentioned that I have started taking donations again to buy new equipment, and I didn't really mention what that equipment was going to be, which was sort of my bad. I was planning on doing that, but essentially what I am doing is I am saving up for a home studio. I've explained this many times as being like an advanced shed that goes in my garden that has all of my YouTube equipment in it, so that I can head out there and I can record high quality videos in like a professional environment with all of my kit in there, and it will basically come out very, very good indeed. At least that is the plan. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is because I never record videos when there are people in the house. It's not only because it's a little bit awkward and a little bit embarrassing, I guess you could say, but it's because that my mum tends to make a lot of noise. She really does. She stomps about the house. She has the TV on full blast, and it's not a particularly good recording environment. So I thought best just invest my money in a home studio, and it will be really cool. It will have all of my equipment in it, and it's very exciting. I'm extremely excited for it. But the issue is it's obviously very expensive. This is like a small little house that is going out in the garden, which is why I have opened myself back up to donations, because for an 18-year-old, this is a big deal. it seriously is a big deal. But oh well, the Twitch live streams really have been helping out. You lot are extremely generous and everyone seems excited about the home studio project, because what it does mean is that when we finally do get the home studio, it will lead to better quality videos and also more frequent videos. At least that is the plan. So I'm excited, you should be as well. But this is the tunnel. It looks good, doesn't it? It's only 3 blocks long, and that is because here we're going to have an ender pearl elevator that is going to send us up to that level there, so then we can continue on into the farming room. But I'm fairly happy with it. I think it looks pretty cool, and now I guess it is time to continue working on the ender pearl elevator section. It's going to be a little bit more tough, but I'm sure we'll work through it. Just a very quick progress update to say that this is taking a fairly long time, but you can see that we are getting at least some of it in now. We have got a bunch of the leaves in place. I have cleared out a lot of the area above us, but this is quite a big deal here, because obviously we have to mine out 2 blocks extra each side, and this is already a 4x3 area. So there's been a lot of mining, there's going to be a lot of leaves, and also a lot of spruce wood. I have a half decent amount, but I don't know if it's quite going to cover us. But anyway, I am going to keep working on this one, and we shall see how far I can go. Yet another progress update. Things are beginning to take shape, and as you can see, I have slightly modified the design. It now looks a little bit different, and for me, anyway, I would say it looks a whole bunch better. I mean, there is a lot more dark wood going on. I really like the texture of these blocks here. And then we have just a little bit of a breakup, because originally I was just going to have the walls being flat, green, leafy messes, and I don't know, I didn't really think it looked that good. Please let me know down in the comment section if you think this is an improvement or not, because I'm still not particularly confident at building just off the top of my head, which is what I'm doing right now. Which is why things look just a little bit messy, because I keep making mistakes and starting again. And I can tell you now, however long you think this has taken, multiply it by 2 and probably add 12. I don't really know the mathematical formula for it, but it's taking a lot longer than I expected. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm trying to work out how I can get a ladder in here. I was originally going to go for an ender pearl elevator, but that would sort of mess up the look of the place, so instead we're going to be going for a bog standard ladder that goes up like this, and we'll be able to walk up it to get into the other area. It's quite simple, but I don't know how to make it look good. So I guess, once again, I'm just going to have to mess about a bit, try some various different designs, and work with the one that I think looks the best, and then I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. I have been doing a bunch of work once again, and this is what it looks like. How good is that? It actually, I'd say it looks really good, okay? Maybe it's just my frazzled brain because I've been doing this for so long, but I would say that this is one of my better builds I have done recently. I don't know why, I love working with the dark browns, I love working with the greens, obviously stone brick, cobblestone, you know, they're a bit of a given, they're always going to be there in my builds. I mean, this isn't the most practical thing in the world, you can't really walk off the edge because you hit this block here, but I spent so long trying to work out how I would keep this band in place whilst also having the ladder, and I decided to have it a little bit recessed. Now, one thing that I have just noticed is that we've got a bunch of cobblestone over there, so I guess we should fix that. I'll do that quickly on camera, but I am happy to be back building things. Recently, we've been doing a lot of redstone work, and we've been doing a lot of farm building work and things, and that's really, really fun. But it is nice to change things up, and it's nice to get back into the building swing of things. I'm getting my mojo back in terms of what to build and stuff, because when I was doing my world tour, I noticed that all of my old builds, they were just a lot more relaxed. I felt like I could just sit down, I could chill out, build a few things, and that would be an episode. Now I put myself under a lot of pressure, as you may have noticed, and it's just nice to be able to chill out, which is what I'm doing right now, and build a couple of bits. So, we got ourselves some stone bricks, and we will put those behind the ladders, and then that will pretty much be that part done. Obviously, we also have to do the room up at the top. I don't know if I've shown that yet, but I've got a few ideas for it. It's nothing particularly special because we're not working with a lot of space, but I think I'm just going to do the same thing. I'll just clear out the area, put the pumpkins, and then also the jungle leaves. But these are the offending cobblestone blocks. Just remove those, put the stone bricks back in. Stone bricks need to be there, and stone bricks need to be there, and also these two middle ones should be cobblestone, so they should be the only cobblestone. They're the ones that go up at the top, and we'll just replace the ladders. This is fiddly business, But there we go. That is that one done. Now I guess I should get to work on doing this room here. I'll probably do this little bit off camera because it's a little bit boring and you've seen it many times before. So I'll get to work on that and then I'll see you guys in a little bit. And with that, we have finished the project. That feels good. This seems like such a small and easy project, but when you're trying to get things together, do all of the detailed stuff, it takes so much longer. And I mean, I know a lot of you builders out there are probably watching this, just slapping their faces on their heads, going, how on earth have you made such a hash of this? And some of the other hermits might be watching and thinking, why did we let this guy on here? But really, this was a lengthy project, and I clearly haven't even finished it yet because I have not done the ceiling of this part. So I'll quickly do that on camera. That's a tad bit embarrassing. We've got the stone brick, and we have got the cobblestone, and we're going to be going for the same sort of design. So we've got the cobblestone, the stone brick going around the outside, and then the cobblestone in the middle. I love using cobblestone. Everyone hates cobblestone. I'd say it's one of the most underrated blocks in the game. But anyway, if we take a look from down at the bottom, you can see this is looking dead fancy. Wow, look at that. So we come through our bookshelves and then we walk up through this area and then we go on in through the ladder. So here is the ladder, and as you can see, it works perfectly, functioning as a ladder, which is always nice. And then up at the top here, we've just got this very simple little area, just continuing on the theme of the jungly bushes and also these big spruce wood logs. And then obviously we head on through into the farming room, which is a lovely looking room in itself. This is one of my favorite rooms that I have ever built. I've said that many times now, but seriously, I like this place, and I would say that the little tunnel that leads up to it almost complements the build. Okay, it fits in well, and I'm very happy with this, and I hope that you lot who are currently watching this video also think this place looks cool. But anyway, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.